Manchester United return to Premier League action, this time away at bogey team Swansea. Really struggle away at Swansea. I don't know what it is, but we never ever seem to get a good result. Well, in the last few years we've been poor away there, and even at home we've struggled, had shit results at home against them. And the form that we're in, we're so up and down. One week we have a good performance against Burnley. Okay, the result wasn't good, but we had a great performance. Then we had that Fenerbahce one, which was absolutely dog shit for me. There's just no consistency. We have a good game against Leicester City. Then the next week we'll probably get battered like we did a few weeks ago against Chelsea. So there's just literally no consistency at all. It is so up and down at the moment. But it is reminiscent for me of Jurgen Klopp at Liverpool last season. They'd have some good games where they'd win 3 or 4-1 or something like that. Then they'd go away to Watford and get beaten 3-0, or they'd draw 2-2 at home at West Brom and celebrate like they'd won the league. So I think it's a bit up and down like that. It's going to take time. You can't turn this around in 1-2 months. It just wasn't going to happen. We weren't just going to steamroll the Premier League. We didn't have the squad that was winning title after title. Most of these players haven't been winning Premier League titles all together as a team. We've won the FA Cup, yes, last season, so hopefully we can still kick on this season and have a decent season. Okay, it hasn't started well, but I'm still hopeful that at some point we're going to click and at least have a good run. There's a couple of difficult games this weekend. Arsenal are playing Tottenham, so one of them is going to have to drop points. Everton are playing Chelsea as well, so another one of them two are going to have to drop points. So if Manchester United could get the victory, they'll be a bit closer to at least a couple of them teams. Which, even if we can get up the table a little bit, get into sort of the 6th position, 5th position come Christmas, that would be a positive thing. If we could only be sort of 4 or 5 points off the top 4 come Christmas or the new year, that for me would be positive. And if we could kick on then, get some players back from injury, hopefully we can challenge for that top 4 positions. With the Europa League looking a bit bleak as well, I don't know which way into the Champions League is the easiest for me. I thought the Europa League would be with the shit teams in it, but obviously that is a cup competition where anyone can beat you on the current day. So obviously with the league, the best team will finish in the 4th position, no question about it. 38 games, the best team wins the league, the best team finishes in 2nd. You know, the best team for that position will finish there. That is how the league is. With the cup competition, any old sod on their day can win it, and it's not always the best team. So we will have to wait and see. But Manchester United, as I say, going into this game, we've got some injury problems to worry about. I think the back 4 is going to stay the same. Darmian at right back, Luke Shaw at left back, and Rojo and Blind as the centre backs. I don't see Smalling coming back. I think he's still injured. Hopefully he'll be back after the international break. I'm not too sure what's happened to Fosa Mensah, but Darmian isn't too bad anyway at the right back. Now in midfield is where we've got the biggest problems. I think he's going to probably, if Carrick is fit, I think that's why he was saving him hopefully for this game, because I'm hopeful that it can be Carrick alongside Marouane Fellaini, because Pogba does look like he will be out of this game. Was hobbling when he left the hotel after that horseshit performance and result against Fenerbahce. When he come home back to Manchester, he did look like he was still hobbling, so does look like he'll miss this game. Cannot take any risks with Pogba in case he gets a bad injury and he's out for 3 or 4 weeks. So Marouane Fellaini is going to have to probably partner Michael Carrick. I can't see him playing Schneiderlin myself. He did come off in that game in Fenerbahce, but I wasn't too concerned about that. That was more a tactical thing. We had to bring the likes of Juan Mata, Mkhitaryan and Zlatan onto the pitch at some point to try and get back in that game. We were 1-0 down. The emphasis was on Manchester United to try and get at least a draw out of that game. True, it went 2-0. We had to bring as much attacking players on to go for it. Schneiderlin wasn't offering enough going forward. He doesn't offer enough going forward. That's not his game. But I would still like to see at some point him get a run in the team. But I don't think it's going to be this game. I think it's going to be Jesse Lingard back on one side. Rashford will probably keep his place on the other hand side, although he's not been so effective in the last few games out wide. Probably does need a run down the middle, but I don't see Jose Mourinho doing that in this game. Juan Mata will probably come back into the number 10 role in the starting lineup. Can't see Wayne Rooney keeping his place. Should have scored really in that first half against Fenerbahce, but squandered a great chance when Martial put a good ball through. Stupid touch, which allowed the defender to get across and intercept. Should have done better, but did score a wonder strike towards the end of the game, which was a nice strike from Wayne Rooney. Hopefully that will give him some confidence if he's brought onto the pitch. It's probably going to be Zlatan Ibrahimovic up front again. Does need a goal. I think if he could score a goal, he will come back and start scoring a few. Strikers are like that with their confidence. Sometimes they go 6 or 7 games without a goal, then bang one in, then bang another 2 or 3 in succession. So I think he will still come back and score some goals for us this season. Zlatan, he will be up front. As for Swansea, they're a very poor side this season. They're down the bottom, second from bottom. Only Sunderland and worse, who are absolutely dog shit. They've got Llorente in up front. They've got Sigurdsson in there, but I'm not really too concerned about any of their players in the team. But saying that, I'm not too confident Manchester United are going to go out there and get the victory. I've got a feeling it's going to be a draw. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw in this game, which will be a really bad result. If Manchester United don't win this, I would actually say I think top 4 will be coming almost impossible, because you cannot keep dropping points against these teams down the bottom. But I think Swansea are going to probably defend solidly for periods of the game. If Manchester United, as I've said time and time again, can get an early goal and not let the opposition get an early goal, then we could win this 3 or 4-0. But just the way it's been this season, we're not getting the early goals that some games. When we have got the early goals, Fenerbahce, we got some pretty early goals. Against Leicester City, we got some fairly early goals. If you can score in the first 20-25 minutes, then the game will open up. They've got to at some point come out and have a go, and then Manchester United can hopefully pick them off. But we will have to wait and see. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll talk to you all again soon.